Now, your First Alert 5 weather.
And after a cool fall-like weekend here in southern Colorado, the heat is back today. Temperatures in some spots more than 15 degrees warmer than what we saw back on Sunday and about 25 to 30 degrees warmer than what we saw on Saturday. And overall, the warm stuff sticks around for the work week ahead. We're also contending with areas of smoke and haze. That'll maintain its place here in southern Colorado for at least the next 24 hours. By Wednesday, some thunderstorms likely in your forecast. And then as we transition towards the weekend, looks like we will be dry and windy. Take a look at the view this afternoon from Fountain. You can see hazy skies in place again. Instead of the sky looking that bright blue we like to see here in southern Colorado, kind of looks a little bit brownish or yellowish, and that is an indicator that air quality isn't as good as we like to see. Take a look at the warmth right now in the Springs. 86 degrees, humidity is very dry. Fortunately, the wind isn't super strong, so not overly concerned at this point about high fire danger, but I think tomorrow we could see a little bit of an increase in that fire weather risk. Pueblo, you are back to the 90s after some cooler temperatures over the past couple of days. In fact, yesterday's high was just 77. We were in the upper 50s back on Saturday. So look at the thickest smoke. That's going to stay across the northern tier of the country, but some of that could move into parts of northeastern Colorado as we make our way into Tuesday afternoon. Generally for us, just some haze, some light to moderate smoke possible, and then by Wednesday, it looks like some of that starts to move out of the area as southwesterly winds begin to increase. That will come in association with this, the remnants of what was once Hurricane K. You can see a little bit of a spin out here on the satellite radar. Thunderstorms not widely overspread across the region, but as they move towards the mountains, we get that orographic lift where basically the rising air over the high terrain causes more rain to get squeezed out. So I think most of the rain does fall in the high country from this setup, but still we could see a few showers and storms as well here across the I-25 corridor. And you'll notice an increase in that moisture for the western half of the state where we got some rain expected on Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. And then by Wednesday, that's when it becomes a little more widespread out west. And we start to see a few showers move off of the mountains towards the Palmer Divide, parts of the eastern plains as we head into later Wednesday night. And really not expecting a whole lot of rain east of the interstate, just some smaller amounts here, but parts of northwestern Colorado, the western slope could do quite well with the modeling picking up on maybe a half an inch to an inch of total precip in some spots. Here's a look at your overnight lows tonight. Still another crisp night, but not as cold as what we saw throughout the weekend. Generally down to the 50s across the I-25 corridor with some 40s up into the high country. Highs tomorrow ranging from the 70s around Salida and Woodland Park to the low 80s in Monument and the Springs, with highs around 90 expected in the Steel City. So on your Super 7-day forecast, we're dry and breezy on Tuesday. And again, there could be some localized high fire danger areas. So we'll keep an eye on that as winds could be gusting around 15 to 20 by the afternoon. Then a few spotty storms Wednesday and slightly cooler air for the middle of the week before we warm things back up to the 80s as we take an eye out towards the weekend. For Pueblo, we're at 90 on Tuesday, then down about 5 degrees with just an isolated storm Wednesday. Not as excited here versus, say, Canyon City or the Springs or Woodland Park, but still possibly a storm in your forecast around the middle of the week. Canyon City, we've got dry skies Tuesday, an isolated storm on Wednesday, and then we're drying out for the rest of the 7-day period. Woodland Park, I've got an isolated storm late tomorrow, and then better chances for rain Wednesday with still a few spotty storms as they make our way into Thursday.